An excellent pink from distance from Xing to clinch the frame. So battle joined, one apiece, 4 to go through. The winner to play Martin O'Donnell this evening. Selby and Mark Williams, the man who deprived him of the British Open title, were originally scheduled to play on the first day, but of course they were playing the final in Cheltenham late on Sunday evening, so they enter the fray a day late. Williams is up next on table 1 against Ian Burns. She is runner-up here at Brentwood. Luca Brissell will be on table 2 in the second match of the afternoon against Andy Hicks. And Sanderson Lamb, fresh from his best victory of his career to date against Neil Robertson yesterday. That's the way he described it. He's also beaten Mark Allen in the past, but did very well to finish the job against Neil Robertson, a former English Open champion. He plays Stuart Carrington on table 3 in our second batch of afternoon matches. Elliot Slesser is up against Ryan Davis. Speaking of Mark Allen, he's now 2-0 up on Wu Yiza. Judd Trump has moved 2-1 up on Scott Donaldson. And likewise Hossein Vafai, 2-1 up on Julian Leclerc.
It was a very good safety that Mark Selby played a moment ago. Just missing the brown to leave the cue ball dead on the cushion. And now, this red just above the black is potable, but there's no guarantee of being on a colour. Difficult red. Good pot. And he is on the black or the pink. He'll be very disappointed at missing frame ball in the last frame. Well, not frame ball, but to draw. Still cost him the frame. He was in a lot of trouble, Xing. Just a little bit too thick. Choosing the blue to go into the pack of reds from. And as long as he catches that red full in the face, the one that's closest to the pink spot, it should spread nicely. He didn't catch them full, and he could very easily have gone in off there, but it's worked out okay.
27.
On another day, that cue ball finds the pocket. Yeah, just has to sit and be patient. Hope he gets another chance in this frame. He'll be feeling good winning that last frame. Xing. Choice of reds, the way he played the shot. Gave himself choice of a couple of reds. Now choice again, whether to go into the reds, big target, or play for the loose ones. This is all about choice. Choice to go into them. And he's on one. Again, not ideally, but you would expect him to pot this. Try and move up towards the blue. And he's played it well. Right side of the blue. He could just drop this in and play the straight red to the left corner, which would lead him to the pink or black. Something like that.
Terry Camilleri, number 3 for this match. Selby looking to re-establish himself after a disappointing second frame.
Xing hasn't done anything wrong, really. I'm trying to escape from a really good safety that Mark Selby placed him in. Selby took on that risky red next to the black to start with.
52.
And he's made this break from practically nothing. Just got to try and stay positive, Xing. Hasn't had a chance in this round, so can't blame himself too much. And that's where strength of mind comes in, because you've got to be prepared to come back to the table with a scoring chance.
60.
Doesn't look like he's going to get it in this frame, though.
No, this black and a red should do it for Selby.
What a really classy break this has been from Mark Selby. That's frame ball, crowd appreciating that.
Selby is so synonymous with being gritty and determined and tough. But his break-building prowess is sometimes overlooked. He's made 784 career centuries. 50 last season, 10 already this, 5 maximums, including the 100th at the UK Championship. 4 world titles, 3 Masters, 2 UKs.
83.
Some CV, isn't it?
Yeah, it's time you have enough to win some more world titles.
Spent 4 straight years at world #1 between 2015 and 19.
90.
Virtually every seat taken again today in Brentwood. They love their snooker in Essex.
I've got to bring this red off the cushion. He's going to make the century. Slow down, red. Perfect. Replay, just showing that nice shot again.
This has been forensic in its
96.
quality. Selby has never looked in trouble. Played 1 or 2 quite ordinary shots by his standards in the second frame, having dominated the first with 53 and 49. But he certainly clicked back into gear in this one. What a break. Immaculate from Selby.
102.
Well, it's a good way to respond, Philip, to what happened in the last frame, missing that relatively easy pink.
105.
This is how top players respond.
109.
I think when he arrived in Brentwood in December last year, he was still searching for something in his game. Won a title for over 18 months.
114.
But he now knows that his game is back. And even if he has the odd ordinary frame, he'll back himself to quickly eradicate that, as he's done here in some style. Nothing that Xing can do about this. He's done nothing wrong, just too good from Selby. A 127 total clearance. That was a beautiful break from the 4 times world champion and defending English Open champion as he moves 2-1 up. Now, last night we had a cracking match on table 1 between the world champion Luca Brecel and the brand new professional from Yorkshire, Stan Moody, the world junior champion. Here's what happened.
Extraordinary. I don't think he ever thought that was going to go in. Really nice. Put it in front. Big shot. Could hardly have played it better.
3 snookers to tie as it stands. He is going to come back, but a lot to do here. Well, he's left the yellow on, so it's a concession.
Great pot. Yeah, didn't want the KC trying to slip past the green. Would have been on a straight red to the left corner.
6.
So still on this red. And again, he could try and play for the black. Or swing that cue ball round for the blue. Don't forget the pot. And that was the danger, playing for the black. If you miss it, you leave your opponent in amongst them.
Xing Zihao 6.
Didn't really get close to this, did he? He's seen what Selby's playing like, and he knows that this could be very expensive.
The second frame was quite lengthy, nearly half an hour, but the third, very different affair. Selby dominating it with superb section clearance, and now looking to do more damage. Break just now was his 11th of the season. Made the semi-finals of the
16.
European Masters in Nuremberg, where he lost to an outstanding performance from eventual champion Barry Hawkins. Played in a high-quality Shanghai Masters semi-final, which he lost to Ronnie O'Sullivan, and of course the final last week in Cheltenham. So he's been very consistent already this season.
Just overrun slightly with his positional play for the blue. And it could come to his advantage, this, if he decides to go into them, which he has done. But hasn't been fortunate. Didn't quite catch them full enough. Look at this again. Wanted to miss the pink and find that gap between the pink and the reds, and then just spread nicely.
Selby 20.
Yeah, went very close to that middle, didn't it? But got a good cue ball. Now it's trouble again, this Xing. Nicely played. Don't think the red goes to the right corner.
Trump still 2-1 up on Scott Donaldson. Trump has made 140 break in that match to tie the best of the tournament so far. James Cahill qualifying, and Tom Ford losing court against Mark Sejin, also made 140.
Can he see enough of the red to the left corner? Good pot. He had a look to see what he was going to be leaving had he missed it. And by playing the cue ball so close to the cushion, he hasn't left himself with a good angle on the black. Nearly impossible to get to a red from that black. Daredn't play it any harder in case he did miss it. Would have left an easy red on. So it looks like he's playing the safety.
Xing Zihao, yeah.
A little rub on the brown there. That was the thinnest of thin shots, just the paint. That's another mistake. Catching the red much too thin. What's the damage? Xing had a quick look.
Wu Yiza has made a century, by the way, on table 3 against Mark Allen. Allen leading 2-1 and in front in the 4th frame.
And again, that looks like a very good safety. Doesn't look to be an easy way back to the baulk area. And he took the risk. He had no idea where the balls were going to finish.
So he's only attempted one long pot so far, which he got. His pot success is a very healthy 94%.
Well, he missed the cannon to the red. Next to the pink. And he hasn't left anything really easy on Xing. Possible reds to the middle, but very difficult. I think it's worthwhile taking on because he could play the black or pink, and it would be safe if he missed it. Or safe-ish. So it's on the yellow, and the red nearest the black spot would be a good red to play on too. Don't forget the pot. Now, is he going to be on that red?
Xing Zihao 1.
I think he is. He couldn't have played it any better. The only problem is the yellow didn't go in.
This frame ball yellow and the second frame into that pocket from a different angle. Ultimately, it didn't cost him. This one could do. Next up on table one, it'll be Mark Williams, who became the second oldest ranking event winner in beating Selby in the final of the British Open on Sunday against Ian Burns. Only Ray Reardon, who was 50, and Jimmy White in the 1982 Professional Players Tournament, has won one at a riper age. Williams turns 49 next March. Luca Brissell, fresh from that very close run thing against Moody last night. He's back on the table this afternoon against Andy Hicks on table 2.
A little shorter pace there, so play it down to the blue. Dangerous moments these for Xing. That missed yellow could prove to be his undoing in this frame. And that split has worked out very nicely. Need the safe red that's on the right cushion. Wasn't too bothered about holding the spot. A couple of reds, and he should be safe.
It's not always easy to play someone with whom you're not familiar, you're not sure about their strengths and weaknesses. Selby saw enough from Xing in the second frame to know he carried a threat today, but responded with that brilliant 1-2-7 clearance, and
36.
it's looking highly likely now to be 2 up with 3 to play for the defending champion.
37.
And this is what the top players do. They punish their opponent's mistakes. Try not to let them settle. Frame ball.
44.
2 snookers needed. But I don't think it's finished yet.
First frame, 127 in the third, and now this half century from Selby. It's very solid scoring. Xing's pot success down at 76%.
Oh, beautiful. Great shot.
15.
Yeah, he's proved he's in a mean mood if he gets half a chance. Lots of left-hand side on the cue ball to attempt to get the right side of the blue.
He's 8th in the all-time list of ranking event winners with 22 titles. He'd have gone to joint 6th alongside Trump and Robertson had he beaten Williams on Sunday night.
86.
Chasing a hat-trick of English Open titles this week in Brentwood and looking rock solid. Another excellent clearance from Mark Selby, 93 this time to go with the 1-2-7 in frame 3. He's turning the screw and he's a frame away from victory at 3-1.
On the cue ball to try and gain position. Very risky, but maybe he thinks he's going to have a go. He's not winning the safety.
He hasn't had a great deal of table time, actually. The one break of substance he made, the 40, which was well crafted given that the high value colours were awkward and weren't available, was the only real significant time he spent at the table potting balls. 3 frames he's lost. He's only scored a combined 10 points, so Selby's been monopolising things, really. He's already shown signs of his talent, a couple of outstanding long pots on his way to winning that second frame. It's all part of the very steep learning curve at this stage of his new professional life on tour. Mentioned that he did score a win in the Championship League over the best-of-5 frames against Ryan Thomason. Got a draw with Ben Mertens. But this is rather different in terms of the environment to the Championship League. Hundreds of pairs of eyes trained on what he's doing, the TV cameras, millions watching around the world, and up against one of the all-time greats. It's a pretty tough ask.
Well, that was a very nice positional shot, using the red to gain position on this red. Back to the left corner. And he's playing. Just start to fear the worst for Xing.
Yes, and the quicker and more ruthless Selby can be, the better for him, because of course he is due to play again in a few hours' time. Assuming he comes through, he'll be up against Martin O'Donnell, who's a very tough competitor, so we want to keep as much as possible in the tank. With that match in mind, assuming he completes the job here.
21.
Other matches in the first part of the evening session. Martin Gould against Oliver Lyons, Dominic Dale against Gary Wilson, the reigning Scottish Open champion, and David Lilly against Mark Davis.
Not quite got the angle on this red to open more reds up, but he's going to start thinking about that very quickly. And that's the angle that he wants. So I'm going to put all the concentration into the pot. The cue ball takes care of itself. Going into the reds. But he's missed the black. And he hasn't gained position. And things are going for you. On another day, he leaves the red on. Chance for Xing. So, not easy to get a good safety shot here. We have to just, well, if it's touching, it's okay. Oh, just missed the red. Yeah, that was a poor one. But again, he hasn't left anything easy. Being a left-handed player, and he can reach this red to the right corner. It's still a difficult red.
Champion and runner-up safely through. Like Selby, Trump has won 4 home nations in all, including 3 on the bounce in the Northern Ireland Open, beating Ronnie O'Sullivan in the final each time. A rare opportunity for Xing to put something substantial together, keep his hopes alive in this match. Oh dear.
Just can't afford to do it, can you? Rare chances that he does get. He's got to make the most of them. This easy red to the middle. No. He won't forgive himself for that. But it's a difficult table to win frame and match from.
Flashes Xing, but the reality is his pot success is just 78%, and that's nowhere near good enough to trouble someone of Selby's calibre. Selby himself in the mid-90s, which is excellent.
Off. Oh, that is surprising. Playing it with a lot of left-hand side on the cue ball, which makes the pot more difficult, but still expected him to pot that one. Seemed to go down the hole tonight and come back up again.
It's an awkward table. Black out of commission at the moment. A couple of reds in close attendance. Another red on the opposite side cushion.
Looks like he's going to have to go in and out of baulk to try and get onto a red. Not sure if he can hold the cue ball. Yeah, well, maybe he can. This red to the middle. Just shows you how tight these middle pockets are. Just have to catch the angle. It stays out.
Interesting match underway on table 4. Hossein Vafai against Julian Leclerc. And Selby misses with the rest. Things getting a bit scrappy at the back end of this 5th frame. Vafai, of course, a former shootout champion. Leclerc, last season's shootout runner-up to Chris Wakelin. And he's just levelled up the Belgian. He's made a break of 139 in that match and a couple of other half-centuries, so it's going the distance, 3-all. You can watch it on Discovery Plus, along with the other 3 tables. Still a fair bit of snooker to come in this frame, given the position of the balls, just 15 between them. Missed the red altogether.
That's how thin it was. Just been a frame of errors, hasn't it, really? But the most important frame of all. Selby nudging that red away from the cushion. If he could land onto the green after the next red to be able to play the cannon to the black and the red. And that looks pretty good to leave that angle I was talking about. Could also try and bring the red off the cushion. So choice of shots. The red and the pink. Xing could only tie.
Selby 9.
As it is, the red eludes Selby, so this has been a very stop-start frame. Selby remains in control of it, but still needs to apply the killer blow to book his place in round 2 in a meeting with Martin O'Donnell this evening.
Yeah, great shot. Great shot. Needs an angle on the pink. Now, if you can't bring that red into play, you could try and play the snooker next shot. So pop the pink, drop the cue ball in behind the black. Oh, well, played the cannon more than the pot. And he's going to be in big trouble next shot, you would think.
Xing Zihao 1.
And that's big trouble. Careful not to leave the red on. Just needed the red, Mark Selby. Oh, and a free ball.
Mark Selby 4, free ball.
Double whammy for Xing, so opportunity here for Selby, already 31 to the good. Close this out. Brown as an extra red. Just needs the pink. Well, Xing has had a taste of the big time, having turned professional at the start of this season with his results in the China events. And he's seeing at close hand just how tough it is at the top. Mark Selby with a very efficient performance. He's made a few errors, but he's generally been very solid. Highlights to consecutive clearances of 127. That was an immaculate century from Selby. His 11th of the season. And 93 to follow. This frame has been scrappier, but it's gone the same way. Xing's one moment of joy was frame 2, when he did play well and potted a couple of excellent long balls. His talent is evident, but of course there are a lot of rough edges to smooth off. But he's just at the start of his professional journey. Mark Selby, meanwhile, one of the most decorated players in the game, is eyeing a 23rd ranking.